What's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're doing part 2 of the bumper replacement on my 2018 Cummins. Now if you haven't seen part 1, I basically was just showing you the chrome bumpers that were on this truck, and I showed you how to basically take them off and sort of what I was doing and where I was taking them to get them custom painted. Now I do know that painting chrome bumpers is not always best recommended. It's very hard to do and it's very hard to keep it looking nice. But I took it to a professional local painting shop who does commercial painting for 30 plus years, and they guaranteed me they were able to do it. So I took my chrome bumpers to the shop. I had to take all the parts off of it. They were actually able to sandblast the chrome bumpers with a very fine sand, just enough to scuff up the actual chrome surface and I guess give it what they call it a tooth. But they did that really well. And then they put on an epoxy primer, which was able to give it a nice paintable surface, sanded that down. Then they started on the couple coats of the PRV Delmonico Red pearl coat. And then they topped it off with a really nice clear coat. Look at that. These came out perfect. I mean, look at that. I mean, he actually went ahead and did both sides. I mean, he painted both sides of this, the Delmonico Red. And man, I tell you, this came out perfect. This far exceeded what I thought a chrome bumper could look like. There's the back bumper. And again, everything looks really, really good. He painted the front and the back side, so everything is nicely sealed. All I gotta do is get the black plastic step covers, get the license plate lights hooked up, get all the brackets put back on, and then that'll be ready to go in the trucks. Okay, so we went back in and I actually cleaned up all the black plastic parts, had them all remounted back onto the actual bumpers using the saved plastic clips that I had. I got the bottom plastic valance added to the bottom of the bumper as well. So everything is installed and ready to be put back on the truck. And after giving it a little bit of a buff job, these bumpers turned out fantastic. So let's take a closer look at them. There they go. So there's the Delmonico Red there. And there's the bumpers. I mean, look at them so far. You can see them side by side. Pretty much identical, and they turned out fantastic. Look how nice they turned out. I got all the plastic parts on them, the valance, got all that cleaned up. And these are painted front and back. So they turned out really, really good. I'm really happy with the outcome of how they turned out. So what we're gonna do next, I'm just gonna go ahead and start putting them on the truck, and we'll see how they look. Okay, so first thing I would recommend doing, you don't have to do this step, but it's just something I recommend, is while your bumper's off, go ahead and clean up the back quarter panel areas where the bumper would normally be covering. I always like to go in there, clean that up, throw on a coat of spray-on ceramic coat wax, which I normally use something like this. So you could do some Meguiar's ceramic wax. Just put a nice coating on that area to give it a nice protection, because again, once the bumper's on, it's a lot harder to get to those areas when you're cleaning your truck. So while it is exposed, you might as well put a nice coating on it to protect the paint. Then what I like to do is just get a regular rag, put some kind of detailer product on it, and just go ahead and start wiping off some of these parts under here. Again, this is probably just taking things a little overboard in my opinion, but I like to do it anyways. I like to clean up areas that are not exactly easy to be cleaned up. Just go ahead and wipe things down a little bit. Give them a little bit of a clean job. Just put a little bit of detailer on an old rag and just wipe some things off a little bit. Basically anywhere that metal's gonna be touching the bumper, and just clean it up a little bit. And once you get all that cleaned up, then we'll go ahead and put the bumper back on. So we'll be right back in a second. Okay, we got the back bumper on. I got to make a couple adjustments to it just to make sure everything's lined up, but there it is. That's what it looks like. Just needs a little bit of a buff job here. Wipe it off because my dirty, greasy hands are getting grease everywhere, but that's what it looks like. So much better than that chrome bumper. So let me back it up, and then we're gonna put the front bumper on. Okay, now with the front, just as we did in the back, I just recommend getting a rag, wiping off some of the parts behind here that you normally wouldn't have easy access to. Go ahead and get that wiped up and cleaned up. You know, I like to use some type of a ceramic coat type wax. So if you want to use some type of a detail dressing to shine up some of this plastic stuff here, absolutely go for it. You know, now's the time to do it. Get all that cleaned up and then go ahead and put the bumper on. Now, typically what we're going to do is slide the bumper on and try to at least get in one bolt on both sides to hold the bumper in place. Because once the bumper is held in place, getting the rest of the bolts in is the easy part. But you don't want to take a brand new painted bumper and have it fall to the ground and get all chipped and scratched up. So I'm going to go ahead and start prepping this area a little bit more, and then we're going to get the front bumper on. Okay, so we got the bumper on. Now it is in place. I did get 2 top bolts in right here, and I got the 2 top bolts in over here. So now the bumper is not going anywhere. So that's what it's gonna look like on the truck. And then all I have to do now is crawl underneath, put the other 2 bottom bolts on both sides, and get the side bumper screwed into the side of the fender, and we're done. So then after that, I just gotta go ahead, clip on the front grille, and put the radiator cover that's sitting over here, put that on top, and then we'll be done. So let me go ahead and put these last couple bolts on, and then we'll finish up. Okay guys, we are done. We finally got the new paint match bumpers installed on the truck, and I gotta say, they look awesome. I'm really happy with how they turned out. So without further ado, let's take a closer look. Here we go. Now that the snow seems like it's coming back, I don't got as good as lighting, but look how nice that looks. That looks fantastic. Man, we're getting some heavy snow down here now. But yeah, that looks really sharp. That's exactly what I was going for. Let's take a look at the back. There you go. All paint matched, looking fantastic. Now, let's go back and look at the front. Now, as you can see, this front grille looks pretty hideous. I'm not a big fan of chrome. You guys already know that. So I can't paint this chrome. It's probably not going to turn out very well. And I don't want a chrome grille to match all this paint match going on here. So what I did was I actually ordered 2 new custom made grills. They're going to be coming in probably in the next few weeks, and then I'll get them custom painted. So this will be gone in a few weeks with a custom made grill that's going to be paint matched to match the truck. And I got another one for my truck over here. I'm just getting kind of tired of this particular mesh grill with the nameplate on the front. So I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the same grill that I'm putting on this one. I'm having 2 custom grills made. I'm going to have one for my truck that'll be paint matched this color theme. Then I got one that's going to match this truck, and it's going to be paint matched to this color theme. But that's what it looks like. Look how good that looks. There it is. Okay, everybody, so that is it for today's video. I hope you liked this video. I just wanted to show you that it is possible to paint match chrome bumpers and have them turn out really good looking and have them last. You just have to do it right, take your time and do it the right way. But they turned out great, they look fantastic, and I'm really happy with how this truck is turning out so far. I have a lot of modifications I want to do to it this year, so definitely stay tuned for those. But so far, I'm really happy with how these bumpers turned out. So do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, like this video, and leave me a comment. If you have any questions, leave me a comment. I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. And as always, please subscribe to the channel. It definitely helps me out. It lets me know that you like the content that I'm putting out there, and that just encourages me to put more content out there for you all. So again, I just wanted to say thank you to each and every one of you. I truly, truly appreciate all of the support. And as always, see you in the next video.